So, today we're going to talk about stress, alcohol, and work. So, we do know that stress and work go together, and many times alcohol and stress go together. So, it's kind of a given that in many cases, work, stress, and alcohol kind of have ties in with one another. Um, Now, the National Fatherhood Initiative conducted two national surveys. The first was for fathers' attitudes about being a dad, and the other was about mom's attitude about dads. The survey asked about a lot of issues fathers face, and one of the key things that the studies found was that dad learned from the survey of dad is that work responsibilities is the factor that prevents them the most from being the best dad they can be. And this was true no matter their father's race, age, or where they lived. Now, the thing is that stress is, again, it's one of those feelings that we have. And as we mentioned in the past, that feelings are a natural occurrence. Stress is a natural occurrence. Anger is a natural occurrence. But there are such things as good stress and bad stress. Now, good stress comes from pressure that causes people to take good actions. So it could be something like it's a little bit stressful to get your child together for their soccer match and get you to their soccer match, but you enjoy watching your child play soccer. So that's good stress. Another example of good stress would be getting everything packed up to go on a long drive or a 2 week vacation with you and your family. Yes, it is stressful making sure everyone has everything they don't forget everything that they're out the door at the same time. Yes, that's stressful, but it leads to something good because now you have a nice, relaxing vacation with your family where you create memories. That's an example of good stress. Bad stress is stress that comes from heavy pressure that causes people to take bad actions. And so this tends to be the stress that we think of when we think about stress. So some of those things that leads to bad actions like drinking, leads to bad actions like being angry and showing your anger in unhealthy ways. So some tips for how to get rid of that stress again kind of goes to the same tips that we had for showing your anger or letting that anger out. You want to work out. You want to make sure that you eat right. Treat your body well. That helps mitigate those ill effects of that bad stress. You also want to learn to relax. That's one of the easiest ways to kind of get through that bad stress is learning to react. Getting enough sleep and being flexible and not be so kind of rigid in a lot of your day-to-day items because we know life is flexible. So if you learn to be flexible with life, it makes it a lot easier to not let that bad stress get to you. Some other tips are building self-worth. We talked about that earlier in our sessions. Getting real and being happy, laugh and have fun. This is my favorite tip on trying to keep the bad stress down and even keeping the ill effects of the good stress. Making sure that you laugh and have fun. Communicating, getting rid of clutter, and leave work at work. These are all tips to help you mitigate those ill effects of stress, bad and the good. A couple of other things is spending time with friends, volunteering, and finding a hobby that you enjoy. Taking all of those tips into consideration are a great way to help alleviate bad and good stress.